Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. Just realised that this trailer, because last time I was on about this trailer not being suitable for tipping in the cowshed, but actually I've realised it does have a sliding floor, like a walking floor trailer, so I was thinking it was just a tipper. But I did realise, just as I finished recording the video, that actually you can just use a sliding floor to tip, so it should work. Just give it a try actually before we do anything else, just to show you. Because yeah, I didn't realise that. I've only ever used it as a tipper before, but yeah, it turns out you can actually use it as a sliding floor trailer. So I've just put a little bit in again. Don't want to put too much in because we do need to use this for grain carting today. But we'll put 12,000 litres in. That might be a bit too much, but the cow should eat that all before we need it, hopefully for the harvest. We've got quite a few fields to harvest today. Well, we're not going to do them all today probably, but we will certainly make a start again. I think we'll probably buy the New Holland combine as well. I did lease it last time, but I think actually it's going to be better off buying that and maybe even selling the John Deere. Okay, so we've got the walking floor on, so hopefully this will just, when I tip it, it should just walk out the back, but we'll see. We might have to change something else. Do we have to select something else? Let's just see what happens. We'll get it into the trigger and see if that will tip with the walking floor. Even that's really low actually. Yeah, I think that is working. It's not tipping, that's good. It is coming out. Oh, almost had enough. almost had the right amount, but yeah, 1700 still in there, so we'll have to just leave that for a minute because there's no more. Oh no! I've just realised what I've done as well. Oh. That's annoying. I didn't select TMR. So I almost did that the first time. Oh, how annoying. Yes, that's very easily done. I don't know why it gives you the option to remove stuff out of here. Or at least if it's going to do that, I wish it would default to the TMR. Because now I've just fed silage instead of TMR. How frustrating. Well, that does mean we can unload this back into the production again, hopefully. Possibly. I didn't want to give them silage, I wanted to give them TMR. Maybe not. Probably stuck with it now. Oh, how annoying. I only wanted to demonstrate the trailer, so I was thinking about the trailer and I wasn't thinking about what I was actually feeding them. Oh, never mind. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, let's have a quick look what it's showing now. Yeah, so the feed trough's full, but it's not all TMR, it's silage as well. So we'll have to let them eat that, which is not as good as TMR, but never mind, it's not the end of the world, it's not a major problem, but I just want to get rid of this silage now. I'll have to just, oh, they can have that as well, it's only 1700 litres, I'll just put that in there as well, when there's space. I'll just leave that there and then we can start harvesting. Oh, actually we need to move the bales as well, there's still loads more bales to move. But I think the harvest is more of a priority at the moment because of the weather forecast. Got rain on the horizon and we need to try and get as much done before that arrives as possible. Right, that'll just stay there for now. Yeah, so we've still got the John Deere, but I'm going to purchase the New Holland because I do like that combine. I used it in a couple of episodes ago, the biggest New Holland, which was this one. Very, very expensive, but I think it's worth having it. Yeah, we'll go with that. What's that? Oh, no. I think we'll just stick with standard. We'll buy that. And then we need the header to go with it, which is, yeah, that's that one, isn't it? I think. We'll also need the corn header possibly, although I'm not sure whether we do actually have any corn or sunflowers in the ground or not. Transport wheels. Ah, that's handy. Yes, we'll have that. Yeah, we'll buy that. Good. Okay, so yeah, we now own the New Holland as well, and the John Deere at the moment. Whether or not we will keep them both all the time, I don't know. But I think we will, yeah, we will use both for the time being, so I want to try and rush to get all this harvesting in, hopefully before the rain comes, but probably not. I think we'll probably struggle to get it all done. But at least if we can get some done before the rain comes, that'll be a bonus. Right, so what I'll do is I'll get the helper on the John Deere, sorry, and I'll drive the New Holland for a bit. We'll go on the wheat field first. This actually could be upgraded, I think, the grain tank size. maybe it's worth doing that, so it'll hold more before it needs unloading. Should we just try and upgrade that? Let's see if we can. Be good if we can. We'll repair it anyway, I think, and then customize, and then grain tank. Is it that one? So current grain tank 17,600. No, that's made it smaller. Oh, there we go. 22,900. There we go. It's that one. Yeah, we'll have that. I think that's good. Actually, not that expensive either. Only 6,000. That's good. There we go. Right. So we'll jump back into the John Deere again and get the helper to make a start with that in the wheat field. And we will drive the new Holland and make a start on that harvesting. Between us, we've made short work of that field then. That's all done, and the helper's moved on to the next one, and I'm just finishing off the wheat field, and then we will move to the next field as well. We won't go to the same one, we'll go to a different field, but actually first of all we need to unload this trailer because the next field is sorghum, this is wheat, so that needs to be unloaded into the mill, the grain mill, before we change crops, because we can't put both crops into one trailer, so it's almost full anyway, 90% full, so we'll definitely need to go and unload this, and then we will come back and get the sorghum loaded up from the other combine. I should think by the time I've done that, the John Deere will probably have finished in the sorghum field, so we'll have to move it to the next field, which will probably be sorghum as well. We have got one small wheat field to do as well, but most of it, what we've got left is mostly sorghum. It's a bit of a pain actually, we've just got one wheat field, one more small wheat field as well, so I have to just plan out a bit what we're going to do with that. It'll mean taking a very small load to the grain mill, I think, with this trailer, but not to worry, it shouldn't take too long. And then we'll continue with the sorghum again. So, yeah, it's easier having just one crop type, I suppose, really. But yeah, it's fine. We'll sort it out. So yeah, I'll get on with taking this load to the grain mill. We'll activate the wheat production as well to wheat flour, and go back and get the sorghum. Just a bit of a progress update then. We've got the other wheat field harvested now, and one of the sorghum, actually no, 3 of the sorghum fields almost. You can see there, 27 just finished. There we go, so 6, 25 and 27 all done. Just got 34 and 29 to do for sorghum, and then we've got the 2 canola fields as well that need doing as well, so still very busy. That's a grass field. Yeah, we're getting there. It hasn't started raining yet, that's good. So we need to take this wheat now. This is the last of the wheat, and then we'll have to come back for the rest of the sorghum, and then move on to the canola if we have time and if it's not raining. But we are certainly getting through it with the 2 big combines here, with the decent sized grain tanks as well. Would have been quicker if we'd had all the same crop type, of course, though, because we wouldn't have to keep taking half loads to the grain mill. But we'd have had to do 2 loads of wheat anyway, because it wouldn't have all fitted, even if we'd done just the wheat field first. It wouldn't have all fitted into one load. We were 90% full from the first field, so yeah, it would have been 2 loads, whatever. Anyway, we'll take this to the grain mill, and then come back and resume the sorghum, and then move on to the canola, like I said. But yeah, I think it's going pretty well. No issues. We need to move that header trailer though, because that's the John Deere's header trailer, which is here still. It needs to go up to the other farm, or up to the farm now, to move it through to the next field, because it won't fit through the gap with that header on. Oh yeah, and the other thing I was going to mention is, I do like that New Holland's header, because it actually flexes to the ground. I think that's the biggest problem with the John Deere. Because of the width of that header, it has no flex in it at all as far as I can tell. So when you hit a rough area, it just doesn't cut it. I think the New Holland will do, because that flexes to the ground. It follows the contours of the ground, which is really, really useful. So I do like that a lot. I think it is a good combine, that. Actually a lot better than the John Deere. Although the John Deere has a slightly bigger grain tank on it now that I've upgraded it. But I feel like overall the New Holland is a nicer machine to use. Feels it anyway. Both of them certainly have their uses. The John Deere served us very well over the last few months, years actually, of the series. In-game years, of course. Yeah, it's a really good machine, that. Anyway, yep, we will continue and try and finish the harvest off today, or at least finish the fields that are ready.
Some say love's not for the bitter ones. Some say love will only bring you down. Some say love can feel much better now, better now. But will you let me down? But will you let me down? But will you let me down? Oh yeah, oh yeah. But will you let me down?
That's almost all the sorghum done then, just the helper finishing off the last of it in field 34. Just this little bit left and then that's all the sorghum. Then we've just got the 2 canola fields to do, which I'll hopefully get done now. We'll see. It hasn't started raining yet, which is always a good sign. I would like to leave this and let it continue unloading on its own, but I think it will crash into it when it starts moving again. It probably won't, but I know if I leave this it will, so it's always best to stay with it, I suppose. And then we'll have to take that, yeah, it would have been fine. Okay, yeah, we'll have to take that to the grain mill in a second. One thing I want to try out though, because this is what I was talking about earlier with this header following the field undulations. Yeah, in this field down here with the John Deere, it kept missing bits, so I'm interested to see if it will with this one or not. It's the first pass as you go up the hill on this field on the left. With the John Deere, it always kept missing bits, so we'll see if it is better with this combine or not. Let's have a look. So we'll get the guidance steering going and then head up the field, and hopefully it won't miss anything, because you see how this is a perfect example of how it's bending with the shape of the field. I think that's really useful. And so far so good. Yeah, this is where it was missing it. You can see almost, you see where it was missing it before. So it's working. So this is a much better combine than the John Deere overall. Really pleased with that. You'll have seen actually even in this episode where the John Deere missed a bit on one of the sorghum fields. I had to do it when I took over again when it had finished. I had to go and try and get that bit in the corner of the field. It was in field 25, at this top corner here. Yeah, I had to get that with the John Deere after it had finished with the helper, because it obviously missed it due to the shape of the field, or the fact that the header wasn't following the ground properly, whereas this one does. So yeah, it's a really good combine. This, I like it a lot. Shame it's so expensive. I suppose you get what you pay for, but yeah, including the header, this is over £800,000, so it's not cheap at all. Anyway, yes, so I'll continue with the canola, and then I will have to take the load of sorghum to the mill, although I could actually, as you noticed there, I actually got the helper to drive it back, so maybe I could do that. Get the helper to take it to the mill, and I'll just have to tip it and then get the helper to drive back again. That'll be good. And then we can get the John Deere working in the other field, but it's just finished. So I'll do that now actually. I'll just leave that in a second. We'll go into the John Deere, get this last bit unloaded. Don't think it's missed any here. No, we're all good. Yeah, so I'll get the helper to take the load to the grain mill, and then we'll get the John Deere working on the other canola field, which is the one down the bottom. So yeah, I'll get on with that now. Right, so it didn't go totally smoothly, the journey here. I've got the help to try and drive it here, but for a start it wouldn't take it at all, it wouldn't move. And then it did move and then crashed into a field. It fell off the road basically, so that wasn't great. But we've got here in the end, and we're now on the way back, or at least the helper is. I'm not driving now. The helper is taking it back to the field, where we can hopefully finish off the canola harvest. I think the John Deere's already finished its field. I would have probably been nearly finished by now if I hadn't had all these delays with trying to get the helper to do its thing, but we're not far off being finished, so I'll just go on with this final little bit now. I'll come back to you at the end. There we go. So yeah, that's both the combines unloading together into the trailer. We will take this next time. I think we've done quite a lot today. So next time we'll take this canola to the oil mill for processing into oil. But yeah, we've got a decent amount there from the 2 fields. That's all of our canola this year. So not as probably not much as normal, but still a decent amount. What are we going to end with? 34,000, is it? Oh, a bit more. The tank on that John Deere is quite big now. Yeah, it's still got a few in there. So 38,000, there we go. Not bad. Okay, so I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.